Welcome to LSB Feaster's Radio Aircheck and Classic TV channel.
Today and tomorrow. I have one of my little girls with me here. The youngest one goes first, and we'll have to have her introduced. Move up, Susie, so we can hear you, okay? What's your name, please? Okay. What is your name?
Sue.
Sue what? She forgot. I mean, that's the way it goes. Sue?
Camille.
Camille?
William.
This happens to be a Thanksgiving Day birthday. 5 years ago, my wife got up in the morning, put the turkey into the oven, and said, "See you later. I'm going to the hospital. Have a nice Thanksgiving." And Susan was born on Thanksgiving Day. Is that right, Susie? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
If you're undoubtedly hearing the whispers, you know that she's being prompted by the older one, who is 6.5. Do you know a poem? Yeah. What poem do you know? What's the name of the poem?
Thanksgiving and turkey both start with A-T. There are two things that exactly suit me. So if folks say to me that something or other suits them to A-T.
That's very cute. How about Mr. Turkey?
Mr. Turkey's tail is big and long. He swings it when he walks. His neck is long. His chin is red. He dances on his feet. And when Thanksgiving Day is here, he's something good to eat.
Hey, I like that one. That's a cute one. Listen, Suze, who's visiting with us this week?
Nana.
And who else?
Grandpa.
And what's your little sister's name?
Andrea.
Do you know her middle name?
Beth.
Get the little prompt back there. Who's going to prompt her? That's the only problem. I have one who's 6.5. Will you want to come up to the microphone? Your name, please.
Eve.
Eve who? Eve?
Meredith.
All right. And what grade are you in?
Second.
Second grade. All right. Now, did you want to do a poem for us? Oh,
yes.
Let me read that first, Evie, please, and then I'll give it back to you. This happened to be in the Chicago Sun-Times yesterday, and the little headline says, "Pupils teach a lesson. Thanksgiving finds them all richer." It happened the other day in a 5th grade classroom. The children had been studying poetry. The teacher suggested they try their hand at composing a Thanksgiving poem. So the 37 pupils in the class put their heads together, and this is what they wrote. And here is 6.5-year-old Eve.
At this time, we would like to explore all the things that we are thankful for. Our family, our friends, our sun so bright, our food, our water, our gift of sight. The marvels of science, the wonder of life, the joy of nature in this world of strife. And as we partake of our Thanksgiving feast, each minute of our Thanksgiving feast, we are thankful for each minute of peace.
Thank you, Eve.
Da.
Eve reads that. She's a terrific reader for somebody in the 2nd grade. She doesn't do too well in arithmetic yet, but she'll get there. It so happens the pupils who wrote this are white, Negro, or Indian and Oriental. They attended Stewart Elementary School, 4525 North Kenmore. The teacher is Mrs. Sharon Heichman, was 25. They live in a culturally deprived neighborhood. Perhaps the article says somebody forgot to tell them so. So if there was television, we'd have a ball. Do you know how to read the big sign over here, Eve? She reads everything in sight. What's that say, Eve?
You'll break up with Bud Kelly.
What time? Do you know the numbers? See, here's the thing that you can't do too well. What does that say? 5?
30.
2. What does it say below there, Eve? Down below the numbers.
The Talk of Chicago.
I know, the whole thing.
WBBM Radio 780.
The Talk?
The Talk of Chicago.
Right. Going to hire her any minute. Or the union. Down below, can you read that down below? The little black letters against the white? Down?
Below the big letters.
Okay, below the big letter.
Frequent time, temperature news, helicopter traffic reports.
That's somebody who's been reading maybe for just a couple of grades, that's all. Back over here, the white letters on the black.
There's a big difference in radio news.
Newsday.
Newsday
Separates.
separates the men from the boys with awards to prove it.
Yeah. Okay. What are we going to have for Thanksgiving? Do you have any idea, Eve?
Turkey.
And what else, Susie? Do you know? Do you think there's something else going to be on the table? We didn't eat yet. Of course, some of you were eating already. We haven't eaten yet. We're on different schedules. And so we won't be eating as yet. What did you have yesterday for your birthday? You want to tell people what you got for your birthday? Tell all the gifts you got from everybody. Huh? Do you know what you got?
Ring toss.
A ring toss, yeah. I gave her the ring toss. Feeling that would be the most popular thing of all. What did your Nana give you? What are you wearing?
Dr. Seuss.
So, Evie, don't you tell her what to say. No, what did, huh? How about the big book I gave you? What was it?
Dr. Seuss book.
What was it, a dictionary?
Yeah.
Many changes that have taken place, and you'd probably be amazed at what's happening.
I was amazed. I was 32 years gone when I went back there the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like entering a foreign country.
Well, your sound brings me back to Boston and my 8 wonderful years there, so that I am pleased that you called.
Well, I called you to wish I'd like to thank my wonderful family. I have been ill for quite a long time. And I'd like to thank my wonderful family, Mrs. Leahy, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Leahy, and Mr. and Mrs. Albert Doherty, and my son, Colonel John E. Munnelly, who can't be with us today for Thanksgiving dinner. He's in the Army. He's at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to call him after I finish talking to you. And they have been so awful good to me during my illness, helped me both financially and otherwise, that I cannot help but be very appreciative for what they've done for me.
Well, that's kind of you to say so, and